So that's the first thing, is understand the rhythm.
A large part of playing the drums revolves around rhythms. And so today we want to take a closer look at some of the practice steps that we could use to deepen our understanding about this concept. Count, clap, say, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higgly piggly, higgly piggly, watermelon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, dagga, 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 dagga. My name is David, and today I want to show you how I went from being musically stagnant on the drums to becoming a lot freer, something like this. Where I'm able to hear, do, think, and see musical ideas in my head and on a kit without ever having to need a PDF or another YouTube chops breakdown video. And I did this with 3 simple steps: listening to a lot of material, learning about rhythms, and then producing them on the kit. So here's a lick. Now, you could take 2 different parts. First part is to just go off and memorize this, or the second part is that you could spend time learning how to create ideas like this and much more. Advanced drummers move past the ideas of memorized licks. You see, they generate rhythmic ideas internally and then they play whatever is needed in the moment because they could hear it and execute it at a higher level. Check this out.
And it's important to be able to sing, right? Try singing a drum solo over this.
Let me ask you a question. What comes first, rhythms or stick-ins? Well, all of these musical ideas that we call licks, chops, stick-ins, patterns, rudiments, whatever it is, whatever you want to label it as, when you strip it down to the most fundamental parts, it's actually just a rhythm, right? And we could actually learn that rhythm as a melody.
The first thing to do is understand the rhythm. It's one of the most important things that any musician, especially a drummer, because it's kind of our job, but being able to sing the rhythms with the subdivisions against a pulse, to make it groove here first and then put it out to the instrument. So that's the first thing, is understand the rhythm.
In drumming, there are 3 different rhythmic topics that account for 90% of the things that we play. 16th notes, 16th note triplets, and 32nd notes. Everything we play on the drums falls mainly under these 3 topics. So the idea is to become rhythmically aware or confident or fluent in each one of those note rates in any song, in any tempo, so that you have options based upon those 3 note rates at your disposal rather than just focusing on or relying on memorized licks and patterns. All right, so the main idea and skill of rhythmic awareness is connecting your brain and your voice and your limbs through counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clapping. 2, 3, and you can say words,
higgly piggly, watermelon,
numbers,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4,
or syllables, playing.
higgly piggly, watermelon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4,
So here's some science. You create a memory trace when you see or hear a rhythm or a phrase. When you say it out loud or you vocalize it, whether it's by counting or saying it or making up syllables, then you deepen it twice and you make the memory a lot stronger.
Okay, so the first thing I want you to work on is vocalizing or singing. There's that word again, singing, the S word. Vocalizing or singing what you play, okay? And it helps you just stay accountable for everything that you're playing. If you can't sing it or vocalize it, then don't play it.
So vocalization multiplies your chances of memorizing the rhythm or phrase for later down without even having to try. And when you add clapping, tapping, or snapping to the mix, your odds of creating a fully formed memory trace is really strong. And studies have actually shown that the best way to learn something is to attach as many methods of memory to an idea, so it's remembered as a more complex idea and it's easy to recall and you understand it better. So at a glance, here are the 5 things that you'll need to know across these 3 topics, these 3 rhythmic topics that help me to develop my rhythmic awareness. And you could say words, numbers, or syllables, counting the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting note rates. E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a counting partials. 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 1E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4E, a E and a E and a E and a E and a da 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 tagadata 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 tagadata. Counting groupings. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 higgly piggly higgly piggly higgly piggly higgly piggly. Counting rhythmic sequences. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 daga 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 higgly piggly higgly piggly watermelon. Assigning stickings. And don't worry, coming up in another video, I'll dive a little deeper into each one of these concepts. Oh, by the way, you could probably develop your rhythmic awareness without vocalizing, but you see, using your voice forces you to keep the focus on prioritizing sound rather than your limbs, or even the stickings itself. So remember, the goal is the ability to think in sound and to think of musical ideas as melodies, not just stickings. In fact, when you think about the songs that you know, especially songs that you probably learned as a child, like a nursery rhyme, did you ever sit and memorize them with a PDF? No, you didn't have to, right? And that's because melodies create extremely strong connections for your memory. And that's a huge thing that separates advanced drummers from everybody else.
I like to think that any of, your favorite drummers, they can sit and they can go boom, ga, ga, dum, dum, da 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 dum, dum, da 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 dum, dum, ga, dum, dum, ba dum, 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 ga.
The truest judge to know if a process is working is to look at the results. What have your results been like? Let me know in the comments. If learning music as a language resonates with you, then look out for the next video where we'll take a look at the other elements of rhythms. See you next time in the Drum Corner.